Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of SCTV3's Sports Extra. I'm Chris Schoenleber, bringing you the latest on all things Pride Athletics. Here's how Springfield Athletics performed this week. The baseball team took on Coast Guard Tuesday afternoon and lost 5-1. The Pride struggled to muster runs across the plate, only getting one despite having several opportunities in the game. Center fielder Chris Balchius makes an all-out diving catch in the top of the fourth to prevent Coast Guard from adding its 2-0 lead. The baseball team gears up to take on WPI in a doubleheader this Saturday. The Pride has just 5 games left on the season as they try to make a last-chance push for the playoffs. Softball took on Western New England in a doubleheader, winning both games 5-0 and 2-0. A key player for the Pride was Melissa Seifert, who had a season-high 2 RBIs. Bottom of the second, Seifert splits the Western New England outfield, allowing multiple runners to reach home, give the Pride an early 2-0 lead. Softball faces off against Wheaton in a doubleheader on Friday. The women's lacrosse team won in dominant fashion last night, winning by a score of 19-3. 13 different athletes on the team all earned goals last night. The second goal of the game comes from Sarah Horton finding Peyton Imhoff in the front of the net, who fires the ball into the goal. This regular season finale sets the team's record at 13-3 as the Pride gear up for its NEWMAC quarterfinal showdown against Wheaton at 1 p.m. on Saturday. The women's lacrosse regular season has officially come to a close. SCTV3's Caleb Knowles has more on how the team had one of the best winning seasons in program history.
The Springfield College women's lacrosse team has wrapped up a dominant regular season in one of the toughest conferences in Division III, the NEWMAC. Finishing with a strong 13-3 record, the Pride are now gearing up for the playoffs, which kick off in just a few days. They opened up the year on fire, starting 12-1 and collecting key wins early on. That included a commanding 15-0 win over rival Western New England in the season opener. Later on, they would win 23-3 against conference opponent Emerson College. With over 230 goals scored this season, the Pride's high-powered offense is matched by a lockdown defense, making them one of the most dangerous teams heading into the NEWMAC tournament. A big reason for that success is junior Lily Johnson. She's been a force all year, tallying 39 goals, including 3 separate games with a season-high 4 goals. Lily has been a steady presence on the field, and she is fired up about the team's chemistry and their chances in the postseason.
I think this year we have a lot of threats all over the field, so we're not just like leaning on one person. Everybody's a threat. Like, we always joke around, like, if another team were to make a scouting report on us, like, our whole team would be on it. Like, it's not one person, and I think we all work really well together. And I don't know, we all just have a lot of fun too. So I think that's what, like, we all build each other up in that way.
It's not just the veterans making waves, despite having 14 graduating players. First-year players have also stepped up in a big way, quickly adapting to the system and contributing when it matters most. Molly Forrest, a standout freshman, has notched 8 goals this season and spoke about what it's like staying ready for her moment.
Definitely just to immerse myself in how they play, because obviously they've been playing together for 3 years longer than I have. So just kind of when I get on the field, when I'm with all the seniors and the grad students and upperclassmen, just contributing to their game. And they're all very talented, so I feel like it's not incredibly hard to kind of play for them.
The Pride capped off their regular season last night with a win over Mount Holyoke 19-3, securing 3rd place in the NEWMAC standings. They'll begin their playoff run this Saturday. And with the way they're playing, they're definitely a team to watch out for.
The regular season for the women's lacrosse team has been one to remember. They finished with a record of 13-3 and came together under the coaching of Jen Thomas. They had one of the greatest regular seasons in program history. Now the team looks to carry their momentum into the postseason with NEWMAC starting this Saturday. Reporting for SCTV3, I'm Caleb Knowles.
The women's lacrosse first-round game in the NEWMAC tournament is set for Saturday. They will play Wheaton in the quarterfinal. Now to take a look at the upcoming athletic schedule. Ending its season 13-3, women's lacrosse enters the NEWMAC Playoffs as the 3rd seed and will face Wheaton on Saturday. The Pride played Wheaton earlier this month and won 18-4. Softball plays its last home game in the regular season on Tuesday, which is a doubleheader against Manhattanville. Men's tennis is competing in the NEWMAC Playoffs for the third straight year in a row. The Pride will be taking on MIT in the first round. Men's volleyball is making a run in the NCAA Division III Championship tournament and look to beat number 7 California Lutheran to advance to the finals. Track and field starts postseason play this weekend with the NEWMAC Championships hosted by Mount Holyoke. To see each team's end-of-the-year schedule, check out springfieldcollegepride.com. That'll do it with this edition of Sports Extra. Stick around to see the final installment of Patty's Pizza Picks this year.